inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. From the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Got him in, it's Rhodes. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result,
nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Trying to get it to the marker. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences are that now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Looking downfield, it's Hart. Oh, he's going to go up top. Intercepted.
The fuck?
Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Handoff from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. Second and 8 coming up.
What's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And it's incomplete on third down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a second time in this one.
Oh, good shit.
And the defense will force the turnover on downs.
You know, offensively in that
gotta be
situation, 4th
smart,
down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or
Stick
someone
to
just
that
needs to be able to make a
passage.
play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
The UConn offense goes back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Looking to pass, it's Hart. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right.
What a beautiful throw and catch. And I'll tell you, sometimes when you're throwing the go route, you can overanalyze things and think, what coverage do we want it against? What matchup are we looking for? But if I've got a guy outside that I know could go make a play, I don't care. I'm throwing it up, and I'm letting him go make a play.
Looking to throw on first down. just a little off. Incomplete. Guys, for just a second, let's talk about UConn. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible.
A shot toward the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And those are tough passes when you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines. It's a longer throw for the quarterback to make, and I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows, and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. And the Huskies are moving quickly down the field. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Going to swing it on second down. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions. Now setting up third down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the
Yeah, bro.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. He'll put one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle.
Swear to God.
The field goal is no good. After the miss, no change in the score.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. You got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. That's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Finds a tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Mustangs come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Knight. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. First play of the period, first down here. 29 Philly. Wants to go up top on first down. He uncorks a bullet to
Get
the
the
right.
fuck out of here.
Inside the 10. The
That's
Tackle is
fast.
made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
I know
He
this
just
isn't the
doesn't
start
go
the
and make a
offense wanted. They
play.
don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that
That's
beautiful
not even a good
completion
read.
for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Mustang!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Oh my. Oklahoma is putting on a show offensively today. They just simply can't be stopped. They're up by 21 over UTEP. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. UConn going back to work on offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on. Turning it on! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run.
Lots of room to run. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, UConn.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Grab behind the line. It's Knight. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up. Makes it past the mark. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Got his man. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first.
Brings him to the open. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. The Mustangs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again.
Touchdown, SMU! catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hampton. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To throw, it's Hart. Looking deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Let's talk just for a minute about UConn. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Rodgers. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to beat the DD. And now be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
UConn tries to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout.
Oh my God, bro.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back looking for Rhodes. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. He's got the back in the middle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but we're seeing it specifically on this drive.
That's caught. It's Durham. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. The Huskies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give on the inside. They'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. He now has 74 yards rushing in this 1st half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Using the quick game. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker
to the back. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
Momentum is such a real thing in college football. Scoring that touchdown here in this 2-minute situation at the end of the half is massive for them. It's going to help their confidence going in at halftime. If they're able to get this extra point and tie this thing up, watch out for them in the second half.
And he tacks on the extra point. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring him back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. One more snap coming before halftime. On the run, it's Green. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Mustangs will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hampton. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, UConn.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house, great blocking, and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Texas A&M is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up in practice this week.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Under fire. Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. And he'll pick up the first down, but who he got drilled on that tackle.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Flies it out of the air. Fouls through the defense. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down.
So slow.
New set of downs after the completion. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turnovers.
You've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advancing.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
It'll be 3rd and long. Catch in the middle, it's Rhodes. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Holds it in, the first down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. You could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking for a crease. It's Green. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on fourth down.
And big-time play by this defensive line. Setting the line of scrimmage, getting the stop, forcing the fourth down now. I think I got a pretty good idea, Palmer, that, well, if you're calling plays, if I'm calling plays, well, really, if anybody's calling
Let's
plays,
go.
I'm thinking green.
Good stop.
Yeah, so let's see if the defensive line can do it again. You just saw it on that last play. Can they bow up one more time, make a game-changing and a momentum-changing type play to give the football back to their offense?
The UConn offense goes back to work. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Pulls and fires complete. There he goes. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The give from the gun. Slams ahead for a
I
yard
believe
down
it's
to
fun.
the 33.
You guys are
The big fella in the middle, man. Those
Big,
defensive
big.
tackles, they go such a long
He's small
way in
in every single
deciding
one.
and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They just get them digitally downloaded, but if they can't screenshot, the 100.
Didn't get much on first down at 2nd and 9.
It's like have like the ones where they have like the word 8 by 10.
The short hand, it's Lee. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Hart. On target. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
This UConn offense really has it going. Fires to the big fella. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
And the Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The run from the shotgun. Spins away from the defender. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun. Give on the inside.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. He's got it on the right. Open space at the 25. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the 1st down, a few more 1st downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. He's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Husky.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got him on a roll. He's going to get loose. Touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. They're working that left side. Stop short. They'll bring him down at the 1. He just couldn't get it in. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UConn going back to work on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Moving away from pressure. With the catch, it's Durham. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He'll pull it down. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. It was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. They dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on down. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Never a reason to panic. Just run your offense, plenty of time here, down 1 possession late in the 4th. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I don't know, man. If I'm on on defense here, and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled. I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
He'll run it again. Runs through the tackle. And runs through another one. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Love the play call on the RPO, and they're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave them increased, but now it's the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting more.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up. Maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Snags it.
Well, they get the touchdown here, and I think if you're the head coach, you got to go for two. You've got to have a two-point play dialed up right now. What can you run? You feel like you can execute to tie this thing with not a lot of time left on the clock.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now they'll try to tie it up with the two late. Back to throw, it's Jennings. He's got it. The two is good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. A very efficient five-way scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Hampton. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Out of the gun, the inside give. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and third. UConn quick to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Forced out of the pocket. Rolling, throwing, looking right.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Caught in the backfield, it's Fareed. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking for a man, it's Hart. Using his legs to buy some time. Lost, the defense is wide open. Touchdown, Husky. They move on top here in the fourth.
Big-time players make big plays in big games. Coming up with that touchdown with just seconds left in this game now gives them an opportunity to get the extra point and make it a touchdown game. And there might be 2 more plays left. The kickoff, maybe 1 more snap for the opponent. What a massive play in a big moment.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on first down. He's taking a deep shot to win the game. He'll work his way down to the 28. Timeout is called with just a single second left. They'd hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Fires left. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
While I'm driving the move, walking in the sky, but since you the beach up inside of the Buick, you doesn't happen to move. It's a couple choppers, acoustic, and the guitar and the music. It's I'm alive and I use it. Get stuck inside of the cubics. I never lie, but the truth is I'm fucking tired of these losers and all my life.